Ms Legalista here. Thank you for joining. I want to talk about a new scam that is out there, and it's coming in to people two ways. One is it's being delivered by email, and the other way, it's actually being delivered to people's mailboxes. I was going to say they're post office boxes, but yeah, I didn't mean that. They're mailboxes at their homes. They're being dropped off at people's homes. Now, there was a video that showed a lady with this, but my streaming is so bad today. I'm just going to skip the video and I'm going to go to this article that talks about one that I think someone received in an email. And really, what's going on here is they're threatening to reveal personal information. And so they're trying to say, hey, we know some stuff about you, and we're going to reveal it to your family and your friends and your colleagues if you don't pay up. Here's a QR code you can click on to pay up, and then we'll keep your secrets. With sort of this understanding that they've got something intimate about you that you would be embarrassed to share out there in the rest of the world. Now, the lady who I was watching in the video, she was just like, well, I haven't done anything, so I know there's nothing for anybody to have. So I was just like, go for it. I don't care. I'm not doing anything with this. But let's scroll down and take a look at this article here. This is Valley resident receives alarming scam email threat to reveal personal information. And the thing about it is you never know what kind of personal information that they're talking about. And so you don't know if they've got your social security number or financial information or medical records. So you can never be really sure because there's so many data breaches out there all the time. They can threaten to release any of this information. All right, so this is coming out of Harrisonburg, Virginia. It says this resident is sharing his experience after he received a threatening scam email with a PDF file containing an image of his home and address. Well, here's the thing. If you own property, all they have to do is go to the public records and pull up your deed. And now they have your name and your address. They can then go to the tax records and possibly even get a picture. If your home was sold recently, they can go to Zillow and get another picture. So people get these emails and they get these letters, and all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, somebody has my name and address. Well, it's likely your name and address is already out there. So there's nothing to get real upset about that. I think the thing that worried this other woman when she received it was that it had been delivered to her home. It had been placed in her mailbox, and it sort of indicated that we were watching, we're watching you. We see what you're doing. So that is very different because it's not like this arm's length threat that just shows up in an email box. We're kind of used to stuff showing up in our email. And so it's less likely to unnerve us. But to know that someone has been to your home and said that we see you, we have pictures of you, we know that this is your home and where you live, that's a different kind of threat. That's a different kind of threat. So in this case, it says the recipient said there was a QR code to scan at the bottom of the email. The email stated that if the recipient did not pay a sum of money in Bitcoin, the sender would share personal information to their contacts. He goes, when I first saw the email and I saw they had a picture of my location of my house, initially I was taken back. Yeah, people are like, oh, felt a little scared and felt angry. I had never seen this type of thing before, the email recipient said. Yeah, most of us have not, but this information is so public. Unless you're renting the property, this is public information is going to be out there. He said he had never received an information like this and researched the PDF to find out that it was a scam. The email said the recipient had 1 day to respond, or the sender would share the videos or pictures to their personal contacts, colleagues, and the internet. Well, what kind of pictures you got? I mean, in my case, I got tons of pictures and videos. None of it is anything anybody would really want to see. Here's someone with the Better Business Bureau saying, you see what kind of scam it is there. Okay. I won't say it because YouTube, gets all funny about some of the words that you use and that you put in print. So you see what kind of scam this is when an email claims to have inappropriate information and threatens to share it if the victim does not pay. And let me see if I can make this a little bigger so that you can actually see this. That might be a little bit more helpful and just ignore the advertisement at the bottom here. So you see here, president of the Better Business Bureau serving West Virginia said, this kind of scam is when an email claims to have inappropriate. And what they mean by inappropriate is intimate. That's what they mean. Intimate, personal photos and videos that you would not want to share with the world. Okay. The email, a lot of times, will have a picture of someone's home, their actual address, where they live, and will say, if you don't pay, I will come to your house and get my money. See, that's the part that's scary, that part right there. And I will disclose where you have been and what you have been doing. You know, part of this is a numbers game. Eventually they're going to leave this kind of note at someone's house or send this email to someone who does have something to worry about. And that person is going to feel very threatened and is going to check on that QR code and is going to try to figure out a way to pay because they can't afford to have this information released. This person says it can be a frightening email to receive. Just having someone send you a picture of your home and threatening to come there can be very disconcerting and can scare people. Oh yeah, definitely. It's that part. Again, having it out there in the public is one thing, but having someone send it to you and tell you that they're going to come to your house. I know a number of people who would be like, "Okay, come because this will be the last house that you come to," like that. There are some people that whose homes you never want to approach like that. And so this thing, something like this tells me that I doubt that these people would ever come to your house because they know that they're going to walk up on the wrong house and something not very good is going to happen. So I really doubt that they're going to follow through with that. They are banking on hitting that person who has something to hide, something that person does not want to be public. Okay, it says adding on, if you have been inappropriate sites and you don't want people to know, that gives you a different level of fear and concern. I think the other thing too is people who are worried about this. So people who are more likely to be worried are young people because they don't yet have all of the self-confidence and they're going to be worried about how this is going to look to other people. People who may be in a marriage or have a very sensitive type of job, people who are public officials, are going to be concerned about even just, if someone has gotten information from a data breach that shows that they have visited certain sites. Okay, they're not going to want that out there. And here's the other thing to think about. People are using AI now to create videos and audio of people saying and doing things and threatening to release that or just sharing it out there. And it's not even the person. So, this sort of level of being worried about this is totally understandable, but to some extent, you're not going to be able to control it. And if you respond to every single scam out there, you're going to be paying lots of money. It says, if you receive a strange email, do not click the links or scan codes. Wheeler recommended not opening anything in the email, including the PDF. Wheeler said some signs of this scam are having the picture of your home and address, asking for money and wanting it quickly. And the email will contain a lot of grammatical errors. Another red flag there. We've talked about grammar and sentence structure and punctuation being used in a way that may highlight that it's a scam. The scammer will make claims such as having access to your phone or computer camera. Like, really? Wheeler said to make sure that you have up-to-date spam filters and antivirus software on your computer. If you receive the email, report it to the Better Business Bureau and look it up on the scam tracker to find similar reports. So yeah, don't just give in or feel like you have to give in to these scammers. Make sure your stuff is up to date and know what's going on here. Know what's going on. All right. Just alerting you to some other things that are going on. Again, stay safe. Keep your eyes and ears open. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.